Hey beloveds, happy Tuesday, happy Mercury Retrograde. Here we are, we've made it to Mercury Retrograde. And so here is a few of the things that you're gonna have to, really pay attention to. So one of the biggest things about Mercury Retrograde, what a lot of people don't talk about, is that it takes us backwards and in. And a lot of time what that means, hi beloveds, thanks so much for tuning in. What a lot of that means is that we're gonna be turned inside out. So we're gonna have to look at some of the things that we've been avoiding to look at. And so allow yourself to really use this time to spend some time with yourself. Listen to your spirit. Allow yourself to truly, thank you beloved, thank you for being here too. And thank you for allowing me to be myself and for you being yourself too. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I appreciate and value each and every one of you. And so use this Mercury retrograde as a time to really be self-reflective, to really look within. And it's also a time of so much deep childhood and traumatic drama from our past. If we allow ourselves to truly tune into this energy, we can really start to heal some of the past pain, some of the stories, some of the things that, keep you from moving forward. And so one of the best ways that I know that how it supports me and what supports my life and my everyday is yoga. As a woman of color, I had no idea the impact that being a yoga teacher would have on my life. When I started doing yoga, it was really about the spiritual part. And should you cancel what? I don't know what you're talking about. So yes, the Mercury retrograde has already been in effect. It's been affecting electronics big time. So if you're having any computer glitches and things like that, it truly is Mercury retrograde. Back your things up. And it's totally, again, a time of a lot of shifts and a lot of transformation. So don't think of it as the universe is working against you. What it is the universe is showing you where you're holding back, okay? So that's one of the things. And the other thing, it's showing you where you do, still hold pain, where you're holding on to this, fear and anxiety and all of it. And how yoga is about bringing together. Yoga is about union. And what that union truly means, like I said, the spiritual aspects, and yes, Mercury retrograde has started. I learned yoga at Kripalu. I went up into the mountains in Massachusetts and spent a month up there, and I got my yoga teacher certification, 200 hours. And I'm about to learn some Kemetic yoga that comes from the African principles and practices. And so the Kemetic yoga is something that I've been wanting to add to my spiritual practice as a lover and follower of spirit, right? And see, I have my key of life here. That is my Ankh energy that comes from the divine Maya. And so absolutely yoga now for that, sister. And so learning the Kemetic yoga is so important to me. So later on this afternoon at 5 o'clock Central, my sisters in Australia, it'll already be tomorrow, the new moon for them. And we're going to do some, question and answer about the healing aspects of yoga. So join me again here at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time. My sisters in Australia are going to be over there already experiencing the new moon, because tomorrow is the new moon, guys. So today is the Mercury retrograde. When did I start my practice? I got my yoga certification in 2007. So my yoga started probably, and then I guess a few years before that, so probably around 2004, 2005. So yes, I've been doing yoga for a long time. It adds to my skin. It really does help my body. Again, I tell people all the time, yoga is not just about, being stretchy and flexible. There is a spiritual component, and it's that very spiritual component is that really heals us. That's the part that heals us, because it allows us to look back at ourselves. And that's why I'm so excited what is the Kemetic yoga is all about, that African ancestry, the principles. I love Maya. I talk about goddess Maya. So I want to learn the poses of Maya and all of my ancient African sisters and brothers. And so come on this sacred journey with me. So the two sisters that are hosting this sacred workshop are at Kemetic Yoga Australia. And you can join us again here at 5 p.m. today, and we're going to talk about more of that. And you can sign up again if you really want to learn more about the workshop and join this with me. We're going to be doing this on the 22nd. I think we're doing a full moon ritual on the 19th, the 20th, the 22nd. It'll be different times because they're in Australia. So it'll be here in Mexico, wherever you are, and our sisters in Australia. So I'm super excited about this upcoming workshop. But tonight it's going to be a free, like I said, we're going to talk about healing and yoga and women of color and women and how yoga really does support us. So join me here again at 5 p.m. And so I also want to let you know, guys, next week, Heal Sister Heal is going to be available for pre-order. And I feel something on me, and since I'm in the trees, I better check out what it is. So I felt something, but I think it's just my hair is wet today. And so the pre-sale for Heal Sister Heal kicks off next week. But guess what, beloveds? Tomorrow I'm hosting a very special new moon with my sister over at Melanate Stand, and we're going to share the Melanate Stand and the Look Deeper Tarot spread that is a part of the Brown Girls Who Brew How workbook. So if you want to be a part of this, purchase the workbook, you're automatically invited. And the reason I'm doing it like this is because, again, you know, if you really want to support your sisters, come and learn the deck, come and talk to the, you know, the creator, come and share it and learn it with me. Tonight is live about yoga. Tomorrow's new moon live is about tarot. And again, all of this is for Women History Month. And you know, another thing I want to share with you guys, this is truly what it means to be a spiritual entrepreneur. I get to do what I love. I'm talking about tarot, I'm talking about yoga. So if you're a spiritual entrepreneur and you're wondering, oh, I can't just do tarot. There's so much more. Tomorrow I'm doing an interview for self-care and entrepreneurship. You know, my book, Heal Sister Heal, is about spiritual aspects and yoga and life and love and all of that. So, you know, if you are a spiritual entrepreneur, don't see yourself in a box. Don't see yourself in a circle. See yourself as a healer of the world. See yourself on a mission. See yourself as work to do for spirit. So there is nothing that you cannot do. It's all up here. You know, some of the things that I get to do are things I would have never done as a librarian. So allow yourself to tap into your truth, tap into that. Again, get to know who you are. That's what this Mercury retrograde, these 3 weeks are for. And tomorrow's new moon is here to show you this is who you are. This is who you're meant to be. This is what you said you wanted to do. Because so many of us spend our time playing it safe instead of doing it scared. Do it scared. Remember when you were a kid, you would be scared, but you would still jump? You know, I remember I had brothers, so I was kind of a tomboy, and they would be like, oh, you can't jump off of this roof, and I'd be scared, but I did not want to not jump off the roof, so I would jump off the roof, or I would go up the tree, and they would say, you can't go up that high, and I'd say, yes, I can, and I'd go right up the tree behind them, because I do it scared. You know, one of my favorite references, and I share this with my clients, and I'm going to share it with you. Remember the first time you had sex? Weren't you scared, but you did it anyway? That's what we have to embrace right now. We have to do it scared. We have to allow ourselves, no matter what, whatever feelings come up, whatever, you know, pain comes up, we still have to move through it. We have to move through it. We can't go around it. We've got to move through it, beloveds. And so I'm just reminding you, move through it. That's what this Mercury retrograde is. So join me today at 5 o'clock. Again, it's totally free today to join for the finding out about yes, and it is uncomfortable. We have to embrace the uncomfortable. Yoga at first was uncomfortable for me, but now I cannot go a day without my yoga. My yoga is my thing. My Course in Miracles is first, because I got to set straight with spirit. You know, I got to get straight with spirit. And then I do my yoga. And then I'm I'm practicing my spiritual lessons through my yoga, through my body. That's what the connection. And so that's what we're going to talk about tonight. And so again, if you're ready for that, join me. If you have the workbook, get ready, because you're going to be in tomorrow. If you want to get the workbook, you can still get the workbook. And guess what? If you're a spiritual entrepreneur, get ready. I'm having, like I said, an interview tomorrow. It's going to be live with Kimra Luna. She is a super awesome kick-ass brand strategist. She's got a huge following. I'm super excited to work with my sister. I've worked with her in New York at her event. And so I'm just grateful. You know, if you're a spiritual entrepreneur and you don't know what you're doing, or you know you want to quit your job and you know that you're a healer, I invite you in to the Business School for Brujas. We kick off on Saturday, and I can't wait to share with you all of this spiritual entrepreneurship and my sacred journey, how I went from sessions to service, and how you can be prosperous doing it. And so, you know, allow this Mercury retrograde to not hurt you, but to heal you. Find ways to do things scared and allow yourself to just move through it. I send you so much love and light, beloveds. I send you so much love and light. And remember, if you want to find out more about A Course in Miracles and things like that with me, follow me on Tanya R. Gonzalez. I'm going to go over there live and talk a little Course in Miracles, more spiritual practice, more love, more forgiveness, more peace, more happy. And until next time, beloveds, peace and blessings. Happy Tuesday. Make some magic. Tomorrow's the new moon.